just get the fuck out of there. Who gives a shit about playing this game of status and of reputation? It doesn't matter, just get your fucking dick wet. It's the only thing that matters in the world. So you want to keep the girls in this limbo, and then that might embolden the other girl more. And especially if she's not as attractive as the other girl, she's going to try even harder knowing that she has a chance, because maybe usually most guys fall for the other girl and she doesn't get the chance. Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk about what to do when girls are competing for you. This can happen in a social circle environment. It can happen in a club, in a bar. Even if you're on a social outing with just a couple girls and it's not even a date, they can start competing for you. When you become a high value guy, when you start to take care of your fashion and your fitness, when you increase your charm and you put some extra skill points in there, when you become more sexy, when you become a higher value guy, you're going to start seeing the interests of women peak to extents that you didn't think were possible or normal. And you will see girls chase you and flirt with you and be so gratuitous with it and almost too thirsty. And that's because girls aren't normally so doting over a lot of men, because the amount of attractive men out there who will make them feel like that it's so rare. There's so few of them. And so when they do actually feel that way with a guy, they're going to freak out and they're not going to be able to handle themselves. Imagine how you are around your dream girl. Just imagine physically, personality-wise, and maybe she's famous too. And she just intimidates the fuck out of you. And you're going to start acting in ways that maybe are laughable to yourself. You're going to be higher pitched voice and you're going to notice you're kind of fidgeting and twitching. And so you're going to see this behavior in yourself and you're going to think, wow, I'm being such a fucking loser. And she's going to see it and she's going to be like, okay, he's really interested in chasing. The same thing's going to happen though. You're going to feel like a celebrity sometimes when you're around certain girls, because they're not used to feeling this way. And when they do, they're going to act like teenage girls rather than the put together, high value, snobby bitch that she thinks she is or hopes she pretends to be most of the time. And so you're going to see these girls acting thirsty in groups, and they're going to be competing for you, and it's going to be really obvious and sometimes even a little bit snarky between them, because you're going to see girls say little. I remember once I was on a kind of date with this one girl. She had a boyfriend and the other girl had a boyfriend, but the one girl was definitely down to cheat, and she had actually cheated on him a few days earlier when she went out to drink, because she was telling me the story. Anyways, the other girl, not nearly as attractive, but still kind of cool, and we actually had a lot in common, and in some political arguments we were ganging up on the girl I liked. But even despite there being probably no chemistry between us, there was moments when this girl was almost putting down the other girl, and it probably wasn't so much to be with me, or maybe she was, but I just didn't feel any chemistry with her. She was still competing with her for status, okay? So when you see girls competing with each other, you want to first off figure out if it's for you or if it's just in general, because people still want to be the coolest guy in the room even if there's not a girl to compete for, and vice versa. The girls want to be cool even though there's not a guy to compete for. And so you want to see if their battle is just about status or if it's directed towards you. And once you figure it out that it's directed towards you because they're both giving you a lot of eye contact, when one girl is giving you attention or receiving your attention, the other girl is butting in, and how enthusiastic she is about her. Oh, wait, yeah, I totally know that. I've heard of that movie, it was so good. Or, oh, no, that girl, she's such a this, that, and starts shit talking other girls or other people in order to boost her own status. And maybe sometimes this other girl is going to be the target of that, because at one point when I was with the two girls that I had mentioned, the other girl kind of subtly made, not like a "you're a slut" comment, but she said it in a way that wasn't so subtle, and she was talking about girls who maybe sleep around too much or aren't faithful to their boyfriend, and she was kind of telling her to be careful and not drink so much and stuff like that. And the other girl ended up, well, actually we all got shit-faced, and I ended up finger banging this chick on her couch. But while the other girl was in the other room, it was sneaky. I had to get with her, and then the other girl would come in. Eventually I just stopped giving a fuck and started making out with the girl in front of her. But leading up to that point, there was some competition between them, and there was some poking and shit talking and throwing under the bus. And the degree to which they're attracted to you is going to make it even more extreme and exciting. So when maybe you're not so used to this, it can intimidate you when girls are competing for you. And when they're competing for you, you need to reward them appropriately, because obviously you want to choose the best between them. And I had some moral inhibitions about this. Like, I felt bad about like playing these girls against each other, but they're gonna do the same thing to you if there's another guy in the room. So it's just a sexual game. Whoever plays, you have to accept the rules that come with it, and there's really not a lot of rules. Still be a good person, but don't be afraid to make these girls compete to see who has the best pussy and who's gonna be, it's usually not so much who's the hottest. Obviously you wanna go after the hottest girl, but it's the one who's gonna actually give it up to you. So if you have one girl, for instance, who's playing really hard to get, even though she's more beautiful, you wanna reward her appropriately. And so you need to reward her behavior based on how conducive it is to getting you and her in bed together. So if she's playing too hard to get, even though she's hotter, you actually want to give more attention to the other girl, because I've made the mistake of focusing too much on the girl that I really like and not on the girl that I definitely should have fucked. And sometimes it was even the hotter girl that I wasn't going after because the other girl was playing me and I was emotionally wrapped up in her game. And you really, really have to double time not chase girls when you're being chased. First of all, it looks bad because you're being chased. Why are you being so aggressive? You don't need to be. You're in the king position. But also because now the other girl is seeing you chase a girl who is playing you, and it's gonna look bad on you. So if she's playing hard to get, not giving you a lot of attention, being aloof, but she's still in the game, right? There's still some competition there. Say you're at a club and there's two friends that are talking to you. Ignore the one who's not giving you so much attention, and then pay attention to the girl who is giving you more attention. Because even if you're not as attracted to this girl, the other girl is gonna see her behavior and is going to say, okay, he's giving rewards and treats because she's acting like a good kitty. And so I need to act like a good kitty, I need to act like a fucking baby and a retard at the same time. No, I need to act like a good kitty so I can get that dick from him. And that's gonna make her more feminine, and it's just gonna be more fun in general. And sometimes the other girl who's giving you more attention and has more chemistry with you will maybe even be better in bed because she has that chemistry with you. So don't chase double time. Do not chase the girl who's acting hard to get. Focus on the girl who likes you. Turn your body more towards her. You want to give her more attention with your eyes, with your words, and like I said, with your body. Your body's gonna speak a lot. So you being here and kind of giving them both equal attention, and then you just turning just a degree or two, that's gonna make a big difference, and she's just gonna feel that. And then that might embolden the other girl more, and especially if she's not as attractive as the other girl, she's going to try even harder knowing that she has a chance, because maybe usually most guys fall for the other girl and she doesn't get the chance. So with this girl, you want to keep giving her more attention and more attention until the point where she becomes either so thirsty that you're gonna reject her, because you don't want to reward being too thirsty either, because I've made that mistake as well. I've made the mistake of giving too much attention to the bitch and also giving too much attention to the thirsty girl, because at some point she becomes so thirsty that it's a little bit sad and a little bit cringy, and especially if she's not as attractive, the other girls are gonna be like, I've seen girls get so like, oh my god, hi Hector, haha, and then come in to interrupt, I'm talking to another girl, and the other girl just goes, what the fuck? Like, okay, she's just being way too thirsty. It's like you seeing a girl talking to another guy and you're like, hey, what's up, how are you? And you guys aren't really that close. She's gonna be like, okay, you know, he's trying way too hard to compete with this guy, but in a girly way, and it's really unattractive. And if you associate yourself with her and start to seduce her, it's gonna look bad on you to the other people. In some ways, that doesn't matter. If this cute girl comes up and is just like super fucking thirsty, and maybe I look a little bit like I'm taking advantage, who cares? Because I'm gonna get laid and have fun, and everyone else is gonna judge her for being a slut and judge me for being a man whore, whatever. I don't give a shit, I'm getting my dick wet. But if this is social circle, or if maybe this girl's not that attractive and not worth just taking it, then you want to be careful with how your actions are going to reverberate, especially if you plan on maybe talking to other girls later. If you tried too hard with this girl and got thirsty and then you fuck it up, now it looks even worse. Like you had this girl like handed to you on a silver platter and you couldn't pull it off. Looks really bad. So if she's playing too hard to get, or she's too thirsty, you want to be careful. But if she's super thirsty and you're just horny and you want to fuck her, just get the fuck out of there. Who gives a shit about playing this game of status and of reputation? It doesn't matter, just get your fucking dick wet. It's the only thing that matters in the world. Fuck everything else, except for money. Money's awesome too. Money and pussy, if you have that, you're pretty much happy. And in most cases, it's actually true. Don't be so worried about your reputation and your status, because a lot of it is as ephemeral as your fucking orgasm is gonna be. You know, you fuck her, you come, and that's it. You look cool at a club for one night, that's cool, but you didn't get laid because you were trying too hard to be cool. It's not really worth it most of the time, but there's some instances where definitely you don't want to have that bad reputation. And sometimes this girl is just so thirsty that it's kind of annoying. When you get to that point, cut her off. So you want to keep the girls in this limbo between not so bitchy and aloof that obviously they're not even interested in you, but then not so thirsty that it's too much. You want to keep them in this game, and then you want to take the one that you prefer to the point where you can isolate her and give her the victory. Because the girl needs to feel like she won. She needs to feel like she was chosen because of her efforts and she outcompeted the other girls. If you make it too easy or too difficult, and then a lot of times you see this, the guy has all these girls all over him, but he gets too deep into it and too confused with all the variables going on. He doesn't know how to get this girl away from this girl, or maybe he should go with this girl. He doesn't even know what he wants either. You have to know what you want too, right? You need to be picky, right? And all the girls are selling the pussy to you, and you do want to act a little bit superior and a little bit arrogant, but not so much that you never make a fucking decision and then you get nothing out of it. Okay, it's like having a great stock soar and then you don't sell it when it's really high. You just keep holding on to it and then it fucking crashes and you need to make money. Okay, so take advantage of the situation you have. Keep them in limbo between not too thirsty but not too disinterested. Not play them against each other and like make them literally compete. Just have normal fucking conversations with them and give a little bit of one girl more attention because she's starting to be a little bit more flirty, and then the other girl is either gonna quit or she's gonna try harder, which is better. And then you just pick the one who you want when it's time to go. Don't be shameful of it. Sometimes like I said, I've been a little bit morally ambiguous about how I should go about it, or ambivalent, I guess would be the better word. I was morally ambivalent about who I should choose because I felt kind of bad because like, fuck, I'm just like sticking it in your face and I'm gonna go fuck your friend in the ass. But you know, this is the sex game. She would fuck your friend if you two were both flirting with her, and she really wouldn't care that much. So make it discreet. Don't make the other girl feel bad. Like just grab your girl and walk off, and the other girl's just standing there like, what the fuck? But at some point you do have to choose your girl, and don't be ashamed. She played it better. Make her feel like she won after all that battle. You say, hey, you know, I'm gonna go grab a drink. You wanna come get one with me? And she'll be like, yeah, sure. And then they'll all be like, okay, bye. You know, I lost, but it's okay. You're at least polite about it. Take her, talk to her, get her home, fuck her if you're at a home party. Start to give your girl more and more attention. Eventually the other girl is gonna get the hint, and then this girl is gonna feel like she earned it. She earned the dick, she fought the other girls for it, and in the end, she was victorious, and she's gonna feel amazing about getting you, because most of the time, it's the guys chasing the girls, but we're teaching you to have the girls chase you, and by becoming a higher value man, becoming sexier, and knowing things like this, knowing how to handle these situations will make you look even sexier, because most guys don't know how to handle it. And even if they get in a situation where they have girls competing for them, they still have the mentality that he's competing for them. And that's not what's happening, because as a high value man, you're getting chased after and you're not chasing pussy, because chasing pussy is for losers. Okay, Hector Castillo, Poppy, girlchase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, follow me on Instagram, go fuck yourself, and don't chase pussy. Okay.